adjusting my tripod. Hi, it's time for Facebook Live After Dark. What's going on? I'm pulling up our live so that I can share it into a few select locations. How are you? If you're joining me, this is going to be, hey Beatrice, what's up? This is going to be a pretty epic Facebook Live After Dark. Hey Paige, buckle in, get some water, duct tape your kids to the wall, do what you have to do. But we are about to dive into lack versus abundance mindset. Hello Mandy, Fiona, Debbie. We are going to dive into fear versus love. We're going to dive into ego versus soul. I'm going to move through how do you know which one of these mindsets you're operating from? What do they mean, right? Why is it so critically important? The questions are quite endless. So while you're here, say hi to me. Tell me where you're coming from. Hey Sabrina. Hey Linda, Brenda. Tell me where you're joining me from while I share this out, because I always love to see where all of you magnificent human beings are. And it never ceases to amaze me how many countries and states and areas we all get to hang out from. What a gift. What a gift. Hey Sue. Hey Debbie. What's going on? I'm just sharing us out. We're getting ready. We're taking like a little chill time right now so that I can finish putting this everywhere that I want it to go. So keep telling you, okay, good. We're Australia. What's up? Pennsylvania. Amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Where else are we coming in from? Hello, Kathleen. How are you? British Columbia, Canada. Amazing. I love it, I love it, I love it. Okay, cool. We're going into one more spot and then I am all yours. Okay, here we go. Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario? Yes, west coast of Florida. Amazing, 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 amazing. All right. Okay. One more spot and then we're done. I'm going to share this out here. Okay, good. Hello from California. Okay, we're done. We're shared. We're live. We're live. We're everywhere. We're here together. Now I'm just going to make an adjustment on my camera because I want to be able to see your comments. And we know that your comments are coming in right here. Texas. Hello from Texas. So we have Australia, Canada, Texas, California, Washington, British Columbia. I mean, we've got it all. You guys are amazing. Amazing, amazing. So hi. Hey Nips, what's going on? You don't want to miss this. This is one of those Facebook Lives that every human being in the world deserves to listen to and engage with, because somewhere on the spectrum, everyone is experiencing lack, scarcity mindset, okay? So I wrote out what is about, 5 or 6 pages of notes so that I can check back in with myself and make sure that I don't miss anything that is really critical that we share tonight. So for those of you who might be new, hi, welcome. I'm Tracy Litt. I'm a mindset coach. I'm a rapid transformational therapist. I'm the best-selling author of the book Worthy Human, and I'm here to wake you up to your power so that you can, not die with a pile of regret. How's that for an intro? Hello, everybody. Hello. I have my big water here. This is the kind of live you might want to have a pen and paper handy for, because I'm going to be dropping a lot of information. And you don't want to miss a thing, because everybody gets to believe that there's always more than enough of everything to go around. Hey Mandy, I absolutely love you. Okay, so let's dive in. What we're talking about here is lack, scarcity versus abundance, okay? These are mindsets. I'm a mindset coach. So mindset essentially in its simplest form, so that we can really develop the platform to have an epic conversation tonight. And let me also say this, 2 things. First thing, don't listen to what your mind offers you, right? Pay attention to the thoughts that your mind's giving you, but don't listen. Second thing, ask questions, engage. This is a live, not a pre-recorded video. I can coach you right on the spot. We can move mountains, okay? So the more you're asking, the more we're engaged, all right? So right now we are gonna dive into our content. So mindset. Mindset is what you think about any topic, okay? So it is the paradigm that you hold around any given area of your life, situation, or circumstance, okay? So whatever your mind is set to on anything, relationships, money, sex, business, visibility, boundaries, parenting, judgment, forgiveness, resentment, health and wellness, I don't know, like anything you could classify as a part of our human lives, you have a mindset about it. You have a paradigm on it. You have a host of beliefs that are supporting, this is key, whatever reality you're experiencing in that area. Okay? So whatever reality you are currently experiencing is a direct match for the mindset you hold in that area. So far, are we tracking? I'll prompt you too. Give me a little bit of, yay, I get it. Give me some hearts and other fun stuff, because then I know you guys are really jiving with me, okay? So what makes mindset so critically, and I'm very intentionally using that word, critically important, is you will never create a reality that is greater or different than the mindset you hold about something. Okay, hold on, I gotta put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Forgot to do that. Okay, we're back, right? So wherever you are in your reality, that tells me what you think and what you believe and what your approach is, because it's always a direct match. And if you want something different in your reality, you want to experience something different, you want to make more money, you want to have a better relationship, you want to have more exposure in your business, you want to be higher and promoted in your corporation, you want to be a calmer parent, you want to, not be so stressed out and start to experience ease, you want to leave perfectionism behind and not care what people think, whatever the new reality is that you're seeking, we have to do the mindset work. Because once you change your mindset about something, boom, now you start to see and experience a different reality, because you're essentially seeing through a new pair of glasses. Okay? So your mindset, if you will, is the prescription inside the pair of glasses you have about any said thing. Okay? Okay. So there are two different base options of mindsets. And one is lack, fear, ego. And the other is abundance, love, soul. So we have lack, fear, ego, and we have abundance, love, and soul. And when you choose abundance, love, and soul, and you cultivate coming from that place and choosing that mindset in every area of your life, everything happens for you. You expand exponentially. You start to attract all the things that you used to once wish, hope, and pray about, and the reality that you're craving actualizes. When you live over here in lack, fear, and ego, you block yourself. You're congested. You're not vibrating at a high energetic frequency, okay? So let me explain the base difference between lack and abundance, okay? Living in lack means that you have a base belief that there's never enough to go around. There's not enough. There's not enough for you. There's not enough for them. There's not enough for everyone, right? There will never be enough. And if you're someone that experiences a lot of fear, stress, and anxiety, you are undoubtedly operating with a lack scarcity mindset. Conversely, an abundant mindset is the belief that there's more than enough. There is a surplus of everything available for everyone, right? And that belief and that kind of baseline way of living and thinking is born out of a very high sense of personal worth and security, right? It's born out of knowing the truth, which is there's always more than enough to go around. Have you guys ever noticed, I live in Florida, so you know Walgreens and CVS, they're pharmacies here in the United States. Always where you see a CVS, you see a Walgreens on the same corner. Like one's on the northeast corner and one's on the southwest corner, and they're across the street from each other. And they are both thriving. Why is that? Because there's more than enough to go around for everyone. That's just a small example, right, of practicing abundance and realizing there's tons of people and there's tons of romantic options and there's tons of money and there's tons of prospects to call on for your business and there's tons of friends to be had and there's tons of time available to you and it is endless. Hey guys, hey Alan, hey Lucy. Right? We're schooling right now on lack versus abundance, right? So when you are living in a baseline and of abundant mindset, there is always more than enough to go around. Always, 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 okay? So now what we're gonna do in this live right now is I'm actually gonna break this down for you because this live has the chance to be transformational for you if you allow it. If you take what I'm saying and then you start to do some of the work that I'm going to give you, okay? And what we're going to do right now is we're going to move through things you might say if you live in a lack mindset or an abundance mindset and behaviors that you exhibit so you can start to identify and go, oh shit, that's me, right? Wow, I need to work on that. Now let me say two other things. When we use the word lack and abundance, the automatic thought is money, okay? It is not by any stretch only about money. The abundance that you are, wealth in general, is all categories of life. It's just our society and the way that we've been ingrained makes us think money. But the truth is, if you're in lack, you can be in lack on romance, on love, on how you care for yourself, on how you see the world, on always feeling like the aggrieved party, like everything happens to you, right? And money. Same thing with abundance. It's sex and love and clients and physical and actual money and finances, friendships and opportunities and the surplus of just like, oh, there's always more than enough in your generosity. So it is absolutely in every category. And when you're assessing, am I lack here or am I abundant here, as you hear me continue to teach you, you can absolutely have a lack, ego-based mindset in one area of your life and then have an abundant mindset in another area and vice versa. Meaning you're not just one way straight across the board. Some of you might be, but it doesn't mean you have to be. Okay? Yes, Liz, there's more men to go around. Let me just say this too. Lack it through the lens of dating is like, oh my God, I can't let go of this relationship because like, you know, oh my God, this is like the only chance and all that, right? And it's like, wait a minute. Have you realized that there's 8 billion people in the world, right? The abundant mindset is like, oh, this isn't honoring my worth. This doesn't feel good to me. Bye, love and light, because I'm going to open the door to the surplus of what's available to me. I don't know why that just came up, but if you've hung out with me before, you know I just talk. I just talk and things come out, and usually we drop a bunch of great truth bombs. Okay, so the other thing that I want you to keen in on is you're going to wonder, well, where did I get like this? How did this happen? Right? Where did this mindset come from? And the answer, drum roll, is always going to be your childhood, your upbringing, what you witnessed, what you saw around you, what you were taught, who influenced you. So you'll be quickly able to identify if you grew up not having a lot, right? And being told certain things about the world, that is what infused your mindsets on these things, okay? So be aware of that because you'll start to have moments where you're like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. I remember that like my mother said, don't spend that money, don't spend that money, don't spend that money, right? Or, you know, my father used to say, oh, you know, good friends are really hard to find or whatever, right? All good. You're here tonight with the opportunity to actually change how you think and change your mindsets. Because once again, whatever reality you experience is a direct match for your mindset on that thing. And instead of efforting to try to change the reality by these outside efforts, you're going to stop doing that shit because it's useless, and you're going to do the mindset work necessary to shift your mindset to become in alignment with the new reality that you want to experience, because that's how we do it. Okay? Okay. So, here are some of the beliefs and the behaviors that will tell you you're living in lack and scarcity. If you are someone that has a high sense of control, you need to know. You need to know the outcome. You are controlling the way other people behave. You have expectations that things need to be a certain way, right? You're constantly living in a place where you're frustrated or disappointed or let down, which, by the way, is the byproduct of control and expectations. Then you know. Okay, wait a second. This is me in lack. Why is that? Because if you're trying to control something and you're trying to have the expectation of the outcome, you're not trusting. You're not over here in abundance, love, and soul. You're over here in lack, fear, and ego. Okay? So if you are someone, and I can speak to this because you guys, I'm a recovering control freak. I will own it. I will love it. The depth of the way I used to control was like borderline insane. Okay? And when you start to trust and you start to realize the truth that everything's happening for your highest good, right? And that the universe is conspiring in your favor, and that you're not controlling anything anyway, because control is an illusion. It's just you giving yourself a false sense of power, right? Then you can start to loosen the reins. And when you loosen the reins, you move from lack and ego into abundance and love. That's what happens, right? So if you're someone who has a lot of control shit, you're living in lack and scarcity. If you are needy in relationships, you know who you are. Wear it, be proud about it for a second, and then give yourself the chance to change it. If you are needy in relationships, you have a high level of insecurity. You need to hold on so tight. That's an indication that you're living in lack. You're living in fear. Let me say this as well for clarity. Lack is fear-based thinking. Abundance is faith-based thinking. And for the record, faith in this context is not religious. This is non-denominational. This is faith in the definition of there is something bigger than all of us at play here, and you can surrender the need to know everything and plan everything and control everything, because there's something out there that's got your back. Okay? So that's what it means. So when you can let go in those relationships, be less needy, not hold on to things so tightly, now you're moving out of fear-based and into faith-based. Okay? All right. Let me know if you're tracking with me. Give me some love. Give me a comment. Give me a hell yeah. Give me a I have no idea what you're saying. Just something so that I know where you guys are at as I talk to my phone. Okay. If you're someone who sees everything as half empty, you know you're in lack, right? If you are someone who can find the dark cloud in a gorgeous sunny day, you're living in lack. If you are someone who, you guys remember, thank you. Okay, great. I'm so grateful for that. That lets me know that I'm, I'm putting it down right for you. You guys remember Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh? If you are someone who carries the energy of Eeyore, you are living in lack and fear-based thinking. Wah, wah. Right? And ultimately, we need to work on that, because that vibrational energy is totally killing your opportunity to be, do, feel, and have what you want. Okay? Okay. All right, cool. You got me. All right, sweet. If you're jealous a lot, you're living in lack and fear-based. If when someone else has a success or a victory, your initial response is jealousy, comparison. Why not me? Why the fuck did that happen for them? That is a neon sign that it's time to shift your fear-based lack thinking. Okay? Like, we are shifting into a place where it could be in business. You see another online entrepreneur and they just scored big on something, or they wrote their book, right? Or something else happened, or they're having their event. Whatever comes up in you, catch that. right? Somebody tells you, oh my God, my family is taking on us this amazing vacation and da 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 da. If that initial thought is, of course, you always get stuff like that, right? That really, it's just ugly way of being. That is telling you that you live in lack and fear-based thinking. And I want to say this too, and we're going to go over the abundance stuff just shortly. You can change all of this. That's my work in the world. Okay, you can change all of this. You can completely rewire yourself and change the way you think so that you can experience a whole different reality than what you have experienced up until now. Even if you've been doing it for 6 decades, doesn't matter. You have all the power. Mandy, you're living in lack and fear-based thinking. So glad I found you. I'm so glad you found me. Okay, so let's keep going. If you are someone who walks around saying there's never enough time, there's never enough time, I never have enough time, there's never enough time, anything you say that connects to never enough is you articulating, oh, there's just never enough. And I want you to pay attention to that, because the underbelly definition of lack, fear-based thinking is there is a limited amount of everything to go around. Therefore, I have to hoard what's mine. I have to keep it close to the vest, right? Versus abundance, which is, oh my God, there's more than enough to go around. Take it. Sure. Use that. Yeah. Do this. Do that. Whatever. Okay? Okay, you with me? Okay, good. Hey, Carolyn. Welcome. All right. Okay, good. Sabrina. Yes. I'm a changed woman, LOL. You were very OCD years ago. Not anymore. Amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. That is how powerful personal growth is. Wherever you are right now, where you're listening to the live or the replay, oh, you have all the power. You have all the power. You are not a victim of your life. You are not powerless. You have everything you need inside of you to eradicate any symptom or problem that you are currently suffering from. And the reason I put suffering in quotes is because suffering is optional. The suffering is happening in between your ears because you're starting to live in what you think. And it's time to make huge shifts because, quite frankly, you deserve it. And life is too long and too short to not feel better and not be able to reach your capacity, right? Right. Okay, let's keep going. If you, like I was saying before, hold things close to the vest, you don't share easily, right? You know, okay, I've got some work to do. If you are suspicious of others, you're not a trusting person. Hey, Crystal, you're not trusting. That tells you you are living in a fear-based mindset. When you play small and avoid risk, if you are someone who hides and hesitates, this is very common, okay? And we get to be vulnerable together, right? But if you are someone who hides and hesitates, you're living in a fear-based mindset. If you are someone who is focused on your limitations, right? And you're constantly saying, well, it's just the way I am. It's just the way I am. I can't do it. It's just the way I am. You know, I'm the kind of person who, and then you follow it up with some limitation or label. That's a fear-based mindset. When good things happen for other people, you tear them down and you're not genuinely happy. I want you to check in on that. Whether it's personal or professional, when someone has a win, are you ready to rally? Are you the kind of person who's like, that's amazing. I'm so proud of you. Tell me more. Send me pictures. Hell yes. Or when someone else has a win, are you all, and maybe you fake the funk for a second and you're like, congrats. But your inner environment is going off like crazy. Like, you know, why them and not me? This sucks. Oh, God, it's never going to happen for me. Or, God, they're so annoying. And they probably da-da-da-da-da, like all the bullshit that goes on. Be honest with yourself, because this is where it shows up hugely. Hugely. Which place do you go to when someone else has a win? And if it's not the rallying and the hell yes, do the work. Because that is massively, massively congesting and stopping your ability to have everything you want. Okay? Okay. Let's see. If you're someone who's focusing on getting by, right? You're focusing on the surviving, not the thriving. You're focusing on, this is enough. I don't need to ask for more, right? You hide. You're not using your voice. You want more, but you don't ask for it. That's fear-based living and fear-based thinking. If you are somebody that has an overwhelming amount of clutter, you guys know, if you've hung out with me ever, you know I am a maniac about your external environment, because there is a direct correlation between what goes on in your outside environment and your inside, and vice versa, right? So if you are someone who is hoarding, let's keen in on this. You're a hoarder. You're a clutterer. You keep things because just in case in 3 years from now when somebody comes over, they might need it, right? You have shit in your basement from 2 generations ago, and not because it's meaningful, but because just in case you don't want to get rid of it, which creates a ton of clutter. Okay? Is this any of you? Be honest. It's fine. There's no judgment in my space. I won't tolerate it. But check in with yourself, because when you are cluttering and hoarding and holding on to everything, that's the indication. It's the, no, I can't, just in case, I might need it. There's not enough to go around. What if? That's all fear-based thinking. Okay, let me take a sip of water. Now I want to actually share with you the most common emotions that you would experience when you're living in a lack, fear-based, ego-driven mindset, okay? And those emotions are anger, stress, resentment, and anxiety. Those are your key indicating emotions for, oh shit, I'm living a fear-based life. I'm living a lack-based life, right? Anger, stress, resentment, anxiety. Okay? So that's where we are so far. That's you if you're lack, if you're fear-based, if you're ego-driven. Those things will resonate with you. Okay? All right, good. Me, you're working on the clutter. Awesome. Clutter makes you feel suffocated. Okay, Sabrina, you're still working on the clutter. Great. Keep working on it. And working on it means declutter, purge, get rid of it. Just get rid of it. And then continuously grow your awareness so you don't recreate the same clutter, right? Which is also why it's important to do the deeper mindset work around it. Because if you don't do the mindset portion, then you will just recreate the same clutter again. Which is what I was saying before. You can't externally fix your reality. You have to internally change what you think, believe, what you focus on, and the way you speak of the reality. And then once you learn how to do that, which is learning, by the way, it's learning and practice and learning and practice, then all of a sudden your external reality changes. So now let's dive into abundance. And I want you to also pay attention to, how does your body feel? How did your body feel? Actually, I'm going to prompt you. How did your body feel as I described the behaviors and the thoughts of somebody who is living in fear-based living? How did your body feel? How did it feel to hear that as I was kind of rattling through that? I want to wait, and I'd like some interaction here, and I want to know, how did it feel? How does it feel now when I say anger and stress, resentment, anxiety, high sense of control, jealousy in relationships, afraid of failing, attached to outcomes, nothing is ever enough, there's not enough to go around, I'm not going to share my ideas or my content with anybody, I'm suspicious of other people, times are always tough, I'm playing small and I avoid risk, I focus on limits, I don't know how to be happy for people, why are they so happy, why do they always get things and I don't? Good. I just did that in a rant on purpose. Tight, sad, hunched over, right chest, tight chested, tired, tight, stomach, butterflies, heavy, lonely, rabbit hole, yes, sad, exactly, shame, right? All of these things that you're expressing your body feels, and I'm just depressed. Yeah, I'm just speaking it. We're not even, you feel sensitive, you want to cry. If you want to cry, we hit on something. Let it out. Just let it roll. This is a huge moment to just realize, like, whoa. Don't let this be one of those times where you catch a Facebook Live and it kind of affects you a little, and then you move on to do nothing but kind of think about it. Don't let that happen. You get to choose. Okay? Okay, so now I want you to pay attention to your body and how you feel as we move into abundance. We move now into abundance. You know, let's do this before we start that. Let's just all take a deep breath in and exhale. Clear out the lack, fear-based shit. Take a deep breath in. How good does that feel? It feels really good. I want to do it again. Oh, wow. So good. Nothing better than breathing. Francine, you would have checked every box. You're feeling out of breath. Okay. Good acknowledgement. Good acknowledgement. All right. So now let's dive into abundance. It does feel great to breathe, right? That's where all the work with me starts, by the way. No matter what you do, if you were partaking in the free 10-day online workshop, when you choose to join Mind Magic, which we are going to talk about because enrollment is open right now and it closes Wednesday and it's not coming back around until the end of next year, and it's going to be more expensive than it is this year, so get ready to say yes. Anything you do, you're a private client, we do RTT, everything is breathing. Everything starts and stops with you choosing to breathe. Yeah, look, wow, feeling much better, right? What was that? That was all of 11 seconds. Because what you're doing when you breathe intentionally is you interrupt your nervous system and you allow your body to relax back into the homeostasis that it so desperately craves, but it never gets from you because you're living in lack, fear, and ego, because you're living in chronic stress, because you think that somewhere along the line someone's given out an award for the busiest person in the world, and they're not. So you're not giving yourself the space to drop in to your body, to get out of the craziness that happens up here and just feel better. Okay? April, how are the 3 payments set up for Mind Magic? There are 3 monthly payments. You pay the first one and you're locked in and you start the program and we're off to the races. And then the next one happens 30 days later, and the next one happens 30 days later. So you have the duration of the 3 months that you are paying into the program, and you have it for life. Okay, let's keep going. Abundance. So when you live in abundance, your behaviors, your language, your thoughts are all coming from a place of there's more than enough to go around. In fact, there's extra. There is a surplus. There is a surplus of money everywhere, and romantic possibilities everywhere, and clients and prospects and partners and opportunities and time and wealth and health. All of it is this open surplus of everything you want available to you. Okay? And when you are someone who is operating from abundance, love, faith, soul, you are someone who is never threatened by the success of other people. When someone wins, you're thrilled, you're elated. There's not a tinge of anything other than, that's amazing, you're amazing, tell me more, okay? When you are someone who lives in an abundant mindset, you find, by default, the silver lining in things, not the dark cloud. When you are someone who lives in an abundant mindset, you see everything as not even half full, overflowing. You see everything as, oh yeah, like, oh, missed that bus? No worries. There's like 10 behind that, right? Oh, that relationship didn't work out? No worries. There's like 8 billion people in the world, right? Oh, that client didn't say yes? I know they're going to find a better match. There's 100 behind them ready to work with me, right? Oh, I just got laid off from that job. You know what someone with an abundant mindset thinks when they experience a layoff? They go, you know what? Everything happens for my highest good. And if this is happening for me, it must mean because it's making way for something else to come in. That's what it means to think with abundance, okay? When you're someone that has an abundant mindset, you Competition's not a thing. You're not interested in comparison. You don't have time for it because it doesn't even enter your periphery, because there is nothing to compare to, because there's more than enough to go around, right? When you live an abundant mindset, you're not worrying that there's not enough time, because there's always enough time, because you're operating from the space of, I don't even play with time, because time is actually, like, linear time is really how we were raised to operate, but it's not even real. What's real is I can set my priorities and do my priorities, and I always have time to do everything I want to do. I actually have plenty of time. I have a surplus of time. So the question from abundance and soul becomes, what are my goals? What are my priorities? And then there's never any pressure around getting it done or not, because you know, and you have the faith and the knowing that you have everything you need and you have all the time in the world. Are you with me? Okay, good. If you are somebody who operates with an abundant mindset, you are in love with the process. Remember what I said before about control as it pertains to lack and fear-based thinking? It's the direct opposite. When you are really mastering an abundant mindset, you are completely in love with the process and totally detached from the outcome. What do I mean by that? And we talk about detachment a lot too, which is a really important element. Being attached to the outcome means needing it to go a certain way, waiting it to go a certain way, having the expectation that it lands a certain way, or that someone does something the way that you need them to do it. That's lack. When you're living in an abundant mindset, you're not focused on the outcome at all. You are just so present. You are so in love with the process. You are so zeroed in on whatever you're doing with whomever you're doing it with. And you have a trust, here we go again with the word faith, faith in knowing that everything's always happening for your highest good. So whatever the end result is of this thing, I don't need to put my attention on it. What I do is I put my attention in the process and where I am right now and in the gratitude of that. When you operate from abundance, you are generous with your time, with your energy, with your money, with your support of other people. You don't hoard anything, right? You come from love and compassion. How good does that feel? You come from love and compassion because you're thinking in an abundant mindset. You think big because you're not living in fear-based, you're living in faith-based. And if you're in faith-based, then you know that everything always happens for your highest good. And that's the actual truth, you guys. The truth about you is that you are an abundant being. But the shit that happened to you growing up has made you believe otherwise. And then you just accepted that that was the way you were. And now here you are, 30, 40, 56 years old, going, what the fuck? Why am I not feeling how I want to feel or doing what I want to do? And why do I keep hitting myself up against this wall? And why do I keep hoping and wishing and praying for things to be different, but they're not? It's because this is where the work comes in. It's because it's about you working your mindsets around things and understanding how to change your own paradigms via the thoughts and beliefs that you choose and attach to. Okay? Okay. Let's keep going. Love this. This is an important one. You're very forgiving. Someone that is living in fear-based, and I didn't get to say this before, which is why resentment is a prominent emotion of someone who lives in a fear-based mindset. Forgiveness is not a thing for you when you live in fear and lack. However, when you live in love and soul and abundance, forgiveness is part of who you are. You practice forgiveness. You seek forgiveness. You look to give forgiveness to yourself and others because you know that the essence of forgiveness is freeing yourself. The essence of forgiveness is to allow yourself to release the shackles of whatever once happened to you and whoever it happened with, right? To practice forgiveness is to constantly clear and cleanse your own energetic space and send that kind of compassion and love out to those people around you. That's some powerful shit, right? That's how we do it. Hey guys who just joined, I'm so glad you're here. We're talking about lack versus abundance, fear versus love, ego versus soul. So when it comes to forgiveness, when you are living really in that abundant mindset, forgiveness feels good. Forgiveness is something that you're pulled towards. It's something you desire, and it's something you participate in on the regular. And the more you practice forgiveness, the freer you become. the happier you become, the higher your energetic vibration rises. If you live in an abundant, love, soul-based mindset, you love to give compliments. You love to give praise. You love to cheer people on. And most importantly, and I want some comments here, you're great at receiving them. When somebody says, you look amazing, you go, thanks. When somebody says, your hair looks fabulous, you don't go, oh my God, I haven't washed it in like a week. That's lack. That's fear-based. That's deflection. When you are somebody who they go, oh my God, I'm so proud of you. That thing you just did was amazing. Oh no, it wasn't really that good. I wasn't sure that I was even going to put it out there. That's deflection. That's lack and fear-based. Someone who's living in abundance is going, thank you. It was amazing. I enjoyed every second of it. You learn how to let it in. You stop the deflection. All right, that's a huge one. All right, you're working on it. Sabrina, you used to, but not anymore. Okay, that's amazing. That's amazing. So the common emotions of someone who lives in abundance and love and faith and soul, joy, happiness, confidence, ease, and gratitude. Joy, happiness, confidence, ease, and gratitude. So right now, as I do the same thing we did before with lack, how does your body feel and what feelings come up in general when I say abundance means connection and collective community, not being threatened by others, never worrying about competition, belief that there's more than enough to go around, more than enough of everything, time, money, resources, happiness, romantic partners. You're in love with the process. You're never concerned with the outcome. You have a deep, deep trust and belief that the universe is conspiring in your favor all the time. You collaborate. You're generous. You think big. You take risk. You go after things. You love to give and receive compliments. You practice forgiveness. Tell me right now, how does all that make you feel in your body? How does all that make you feel when you hear me move through and identify all of that? Keep going. Happy, spectacular, amazing. Liz, you're getting mad participation points right now. Smile. Yep, keep going. Come on, you guys got this. Goosebumps. It's like an exhale and relax. Awesome. Peace, happiness, zen, love, light. Yes. What else? Warm and fuzzy. Yes. Yes. What else do we have before we keep going? Because I'm going to actually give you a few things that you can choose to do to increase your receivership, to increase your abundance. On top of the world. Okay, good. Keep going. Keep going. What else do you guys have? Before I move into, hey Jason, before I move into what I want you to really start doing so that you can increase your abundance and your receivership, so that you can start to shift, because already, given the behaviors and the thought processes that I've shared, and yes, you can all get the replay to this once it stops, when we're done, you're going to start to become aware of, oh, wait, that behavior, that was fear-based, right? Oh, someone just had a win and I didn't immediately rally around them. What was that about? That was fear-based, right? Anything that happens, you're now going to know because I've given you a laundry list of behaviors that are connected to lack-based living, okay? And then you're going to start to choose differently. But the only way to do that is to raise your awareness. Okay? Yes, Ramona, feels like you grew a couple of inches. It's true. It's true. The bottom line here is that your fear-based lack ego living is going to block you. It's going to block you. It's going to put you into anger and resentment and low-level feelings and stress and anxiety and negativity. And you can choose your way out of that. You have all the power. Right? That's what I'm here to show you and teach you and guide you and take you on the journey and show you exactly what you can choose differently so that you can shift out of all the shit that feels bad. Because when you feel bad, you are vibrating in commensurate with that emotion. Okay? You are energy. Let's just clear this up. You are energy. Whether or not you want to believe it is your choice, but if you don't believe it, you're voluntarily screwing yourself over. Because we are energy as humans, right? That's the science of it, not the woo of it. The science of it, we're energy. And your emotions and your feelings carry an energetic frequency. So if you are living down here in anger and resentment and negativity and anxiety and overwhelm and insecurity and powerlessness, okay, you're actually vibrating very, very low on the emotional scale. When you rise via healing your wounds, owning your worth, and learning how to run this magnificent tool in between your ears, you now start to feel the joy, the compassion, the love, the radiance, the ease, the peace. And now those vibrations are up here. Wait, let me re-say this. The emotion with the highest vibrational reach is love. Truly, love. And not like, we think of love and we think of like Valentine's Day, which is just crap. That's not love. That's commercialism. Love is open-heartedness. Love is everything I described when I moved you through the behaviors of abundance. Love is oneness. When I start talking about it, I start to tear up because it's such a magnificent emotion to feel. It's the connectedness of all of us. It's the fact that we are all love. We are all significant. We do live in an abundant universe. The truth about you is that you are abundant. We need to just have you get out of your own way on where you're screwing yourself over, right? And allow you to just uncover, the truth about you, which is that you're abundant and it's right there inside of you right now. You just need to learn how to access it, which is where I come in, by the way, which is my life's work, which is what my whole company is about. Okay? So now, I'm going to tell you a few actual behaviors that you can start choosing that are going to help you expand your abundance and experience more of it. Okay, first one. You see a penny on the street? Pick it up. That's your relationship with money. A penny's a penny. Don't disrespect it. You see it on the floor? Pick it up. If it was a 20, you'd pick it up. It's a penny. Pick it up. Okay? When someone gives you a compliment, stop deflecting. Let it in. When someone gives you a compliment, just say thank you. And I know at first it's really challenging if you're someone who's used to being like, oh no, this old thing. Oh no, I haven't washed my hair in a week, right? If you're used to that, it's going to take awareness because you're shifting a habit. And I want you to be able to instead just be like, oh yeah, thanks. Thanks, right? It's going to feel weird at first, but that's because it's unfamiliar, and then it'll feel amazing. When someone offers to help you, say yes. Such an interesting thing. When you say no, by the way, and when you don't ask for help and you don't receive help, you're in fear-based lack living. No, I'm not going to take that. I don't know if they're going to want anything in return. No, it's fine. I can do it myself. I've got this. I'm strong. I can handle it. Okay? So start to take the help that people are offering you. Here's one that I love, that I actually taught a few friends of mine, and we play with this sometimes. When someone offers to pay, say thank you. Right? So you guys know you've been out, whether it's a big lunch or it's a big dinner or whatever, and you go and the check comes, right? And someone might say to you, oh, I got it. And you're like, no, it's fine. And they're like, no, really, it's my pleasure. I got it. And you go, no, it's fine. Let me split it with you. And they go, no, really, please let me treat you, right? Please stop doing that. If you are somebody who doesn't just welcoming saying, thanks, thank you, let it in. Michelle, years ago, my mother would say, there must be takers for there to be givers. Interesting. I have to sit with that one, because really the truth is that everyone gets to be in a give and take. The cycle, the healthiest cycle, the way to optimize this magnificent life is to be both. Is to be in a cycle of give and receive, right? Is to be in a cycle of value exchange. You take, you give, you take, you give, you receive, you give, you receive, you give, you give, receive, right? It's really a both and that is the optimal way to be. So when someone offers to pay, just say thanks. Okay? Stop fighting about it. Someone offers, say thanks so much. And receive it. Receive it. Okay, here's another one. A few of these right now, we're going to go into money because this is something that we talk about a lot, because a lot of you have an opportunity to drastically shift your money mindset, right? And I'll tell you that too, just like I said about everything else. If you're not where you want to be financially, you got to look at your relationship with money. You have to look at your mindset about money. So if you're someone that has a lot of piles of bills in the corner, right? Or while you're walking to the mailbox to get your bills, you're thinking thoughts like, God, I hope that bill doesn't come. Oh my God, I hope that bill doesn't come. Ugh, I don't want to open this. I don't even want to see it. Okay? If money had ears, that would be so hurtful. Like, what do you mean? Right? Versus, if you're operating with an abundant mindset and you walk towards your mailbox to get your bills, you're thinking, I'm so grateful that I have the opportunity to even have this bill. I'm so grateful that I have lights on, that I have something I need to pay for, right? I'm so grateful that I have a credit line that allows me to carry some debt, right? That's abundance versus avoidance, right? If you stack your bills up in the corner and you haven't touched them, if you are avoiding looking at your bank account, all of these things are indication of fear-based living. And the most important thing to know is it's keeping you where you are because you're blocking your ability to receive anything different, anything more, anything abundant. When you aren't open and grateful and looking at your money the right way and having appreciation for the bills and the debt, which everyone has, so you're not unique, okay? It's fine. It's no big deal. It's all good, really. You're not going to try to die with zero debt. That's not the fucking goal here, because that's not living, right? But when you're able to have a different relationship and a different approach with it, now you open yourself up. Now you're not in fear. Now you're not in lack. Now you're knowing, oh yeah, it's good. It's good. It's all good. Like, there's more than enough to go around. And now what you receive starts to shift because you're not blocking your ability to receive the abundance by the way you're treating your current situations. Does that make sense? Are you guys with me? If you notice yourself in competition or being triggered by someone else's success, stop and give them a compliment, right? So as you're working this muscle of rallying around other people's wins, I want you to, as soon as you notice it, don't judge yourself. Don't be nasty to yourself. Just go, okay, I just noticed that wasn't so cool. I'm just going to stop and I'm going to give them a compliment. Like, I want you to force yourself to verbally or type wherever your setting is a compliment to that person. Okay? Okay. And practice gratitude. I want you to practice gratitude because when you practice gratitude, you are in faith, abundance, love, and soul. Okay? All right. Let me see what else I wanted to go over. Let me know right now if you guys have any questions on this as we start to talk about what it means to really shift from lack into abundance. There was a few one. Okay, I have some examples here of the type of direct thought switches you can make of some common things around lack fear-based thinking and shifting you into abundance-based thinking, okay? If you're someone who says, I can't afford it, I want you to shift into, it's not a priority for me right now. How different does that feel? I can't afford it versus it's not a priority for me right now. I can't afford it. It's not a priority for me right now. One is lack, weak, fear-based, and one is empowered and conscious and intentional. Okay? Lisa, you need gratitude for sure. Well, in My Magic, you're going to get that and more. We dive deep and we go vast. So I'm pumped that you're going to make that happen for yourself. The second direct thought shift. All the good ones are taken. All my single friends out there. All the good ones are taken. If you find yourself uttering those words, stop it now. Because you are creating that outcome. You're going to meet asshole and bitch after bitch if you continuously say, all the good ones are taken, all the good ones are taken, all the good ones are taken, because, your thoughts create your reality and everything, right? So instead, I want you to shift into an abundant thought, which is, there are so many amazing people out there that I haven't met yet. There are so many amazing people out there that I haven't met yet. How good does that feel? Stay tuned, because I'm about to do something cool for you guys. Here's another thought shift. My industry is so noisy and saturated, right? My industry is so noisy and saturated. That becomes, I love how abundant my industry is. There's so many people to serve, and there's so many people serving them, right? That feels different. And finally, I don't have time. I just don't have the time. Becomes, there's always plenty of time to do everything I want to do. Okay? Now, I want to take you on a little 2-second journey here. So if you want to play full out, close your eyes. Close your eyes and take a deep breath in. Keep them closed as you bring your attention and awareness to the sound of my voice. And go ahead and take another deep breath in. And release. And I want you to imagine a person living life, speaking and thinking like this. I can't afford it. All the good ones are taken. My industry is so noisy and saturated. I don't have enough time. And now I want you to take another deep breath in and blow it out. One more time, take a deep breath in. And exhale. And continue with your eyes closed to bring your attention and awareness to the sound of my voice. And now I want you to imagine someone else. And they speak and think like this. It's not a priority right now. There's so many amazing people out there that I haven't met yet. I love how abundant my industry is. There's so many people to be served and being served. I have plenty of time to do everything I want to do. And now you can take a deep breath and open your eyes if they were closed and come back into this live. And I want you to tell me what you noticed. How did the difference in those two people feel? How is the first person that is living, speaking, and thinking thoughts of lack ever going to reach their capacity? Ever going to be able to be satiated and fulfilled and joyful and successful and happy? Because happiness is what we all want. Right? Yeah. I'm so glad, Naomi. Thank you. Naomi said I could cry. Yeah. Because we don't realize what we're doing to ourselves. We don't realize what we're doing to ourselves. Wow. Complete shift. Yep. Keep them coming, people. Second one is so much lighter. Yep. Yep. Keep coming. You've been suffering severe anxiety. You needed this. Okay. I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that you're here. You can choose. You don't need to be fear-based. You can come right over into abundance-based. The universe has your back. It's conspiring in your favor. Everything's happening for your highest good. And every thought you think and every word you speak matters. Weight just lifted off. First feels like an energy vampire. Oh, they are. And you've met those people. And if you currently have any circles with those people in it, you need to break up with those people. Toxic people will absolutely deflate your own energy field and affect you. The first one you saw black, the second one you saw color. Good, good. You guys, we don't realize what we're doing to ourselves. And this is where I get angry. Right? I get angry because it's love anger. It's passion anger. It's me needing to help awaken you to the fact that whatever you're experiencing, you are the root cause, right? Naomi, you love the second girl you saw. Wonderful. You're going to be her because you have that kind of power. Hey, Tara, you started meditation and you now are more aware of the words you're choosing in your everyday life. That's amazing. And the reason you're more aware is because when you meditate, everyone and anyone, you're creating space. You're slowing yourself down. You're increasing your awareness and you're raising your consciousness. And to make any kind of change, you must raise your awareness, because you cannot change what you do not notice. Okay? You cannot change what you do not notice. So keen in on how that little experience I took you through. Imagine that exacerbated over time, over years, over decades of that kind of lack, fear-based thinking, of that kind of anger and negativity and anxieties and resentments, right? And then imagine, whoa, if I shift and I make these choices, right? And now I think like that and I speak like that and I learn how to run my mind. And the reason I run my mind is because I honor myself, right? Because I know I'm enough and I'm worthy and I deserve to shift and feel better and have different. And the only thing standing in your way of feeling how you want to feel or living the life you want to live or having the business that's in your vision is you. Make no mistake. I don't mince words. No one is coming to save you. You get to show up for yourself. So whatever area of life is circling around you right now as I'm talking, right? Whatever it is for you, because it's different for everybody, there is one answer, and that is you. And within that answer, it means accessing your inner power. It means doing the work. It means learning how to shift your relationship with yourself. It means honoring your enoughness. It means understanding and believing forever that you are not your mind. You are the being, the human, the spiritual, magnificent creature who has a mind. And as a result of that, you direct your mind and you run your mind. Your mind doesn't run you. And that's how you start to do this work, where you're shifting from the first person to the second person, where you're so aware of your thought patterns and your belief patterns and how many hours of the day you spend focusing into the thing that you don't want to feel. That's the irony too, is we just myopically focus into the problem or into the emotion that we're so desperately trying to get away from, only creating more of it because what you focus on expands. But it's not your fault that you didn't know this, because we as a culture didn't know this until recently-ish. Ish meaning 30 years, right? But this work, the reason why personal growth is the second largest industry in the world right now, right? And consciousness is more and more mainstream, and the revolution that is now upon us, right? We have the Industrial Revolution, the Technological Revolution. We are in a consciousness revolution, because whatever your symptom is, whatever area of life you are not experiencing what you want, you have everything inside of you to make that change. Everything. All right, let me check these comments. Hey, Patty. Sometimes when people ask you to do something, it's okay to say, I would love to, but not able to at this time. Sounds interesting, but not a priority at the moment for me. I'm not able at this time, but sounds amazing. It's okay to say no in a kind way. Yes, not only, I love this, such a great topic. Not only is it okay to say no in a kind way, it's essential to say no. That's one of the ways that we protect our energy. That's one of the ways that we excel in our own successes, whether they be, personal or professional, whether it's business or health and wellness, right? When you have boundaries and you know these are my priorities and these opportunities or these requests don't align with what I'm intending to achieve, boundaries are the only way to the promised land, right? And it's no, and you can say these beautiful examples, right? And you can also say no. Just no. No, thank you. Right? No, thank you. It's amazing. It's a beautiful point, Patty. Sabrina, you love this. Yes, also practice mindfulness. Yeah, well, mindfulness is awareness. It's awareness. And it's so beautiful that we get to live in a time where we can change and we can shift. And you know why it's extra amazing? Because you're not going to drip this shit on your children. I talk about it in my book. I claimed it as the drip process, right? We got to where we are. The reason why you guys are here and some of you are struggling in certain areas and not in others, right, is a direct response to how you were raised and what you witnessed growing up and what you perceived as normal, as the way that it is, as how to handle things, right? So it is, hey Sloan, how are you? It's not your fault. You're here and now it's your responsibility to change, right? It's not your fault. There's a quote and I'm gonna hack it, but that's fine. It's not your fault what happened to you. Oh, as a child, you're not responsible for what happened to you. However, as the adult you are now, you are 100% responsible for healing it. Okay? And healing simply means recognizing it, doing forgiveness work, letting it go, right? Doing some energetic work if that is necessary for you. And most importantly, change the way you think and speak about it. Because the past only exists in your head. And if you continue to carry it like a fucking backpack, you will never be free of it, and you will never create a future that looks different than the past. And you deserve that. And that's how powerful you are. That's how much inner power you have. Okay? So, mind magic. We started talking about in the middle of the live. Enrollment is right now. It closes on Wednesday. Mind magic is where you work intensely with me in a group of other epic human beings to honor your worth and master what it means to think on purpose. We do consciousness work, we do fear work, we do intense thought work in a way that nobody else teaches it, right? We do relationship with yourself work, all of it. We are breaking habits, we are shifting behaviors, you are raising your energetic vibration, you get to choose how you feel and align into it for the rest of your life, okay? And Mind Magic's not coming back to the end of next year. So this is the kind of thing that right now, I want you to check in with yourself. There's a pay in full option, there's a payment plan option. Okay, it's 10 weeks, it's live, it's weekly sessions, and every other week there's additional live coaching from me, office hours. It also has hypnosis in it because I'm a hypnotherapist as well. So not only are we doing the conscious work that you need to have the tools and techniques to get yourself out of anything you don't want to feel, to get yourself into taking action, into making more money, right? Shifting your relationships, having more connection in your life, slowing down, leaving stress and overwhelm behind, no longer giving your power away to what other people think, finally freeing yourself from anxiety, realizing that you're the answer to your depression. Whatever it is that you need, the answer is you. So what we do is we do the conscious work that gives you the tools and techniques. And then while you're doing the program with my voice, in my training, with beautiful binaural beats in the background, you are listening while you sleep, you're changing. You are listening to 2 different hypnotic recordings. The first one for the first half of Mind Magic is all about you are enough, you always have been, and you always will be. And finally, embracing and accepting the fact that your worth is your birthright. You don't have to do anything for it, you guys. The game that we used to play about I'm not enough is over. It also helps you to embrace change because when you change, you move into the unfamiliar and your mind hates the unfamiliar. And that's what stops people from creating sustainable change. It's a misunderstanding of how your mind works. It's a misunderstanding of resistance, and it's a misunderstanding of fear, which we handle, move through, and you gain mastery on before you graduate from Mind Magic. And then the second hypnotic recording is all about using your voice and having unstoppable confidence and setting boundaries and releasing what other people think of you, which takes you into a level of untouchability that's hard to articulate. Okay? So this is your opportunity. And right now, as you guys are here listening to me, I'm actually going to take a second and I'm going to drop the link for Mind Magic into our group right now. While you're listening to me, I want you to pay attention to your mind right now. And I want you to see, what is your mind offering you? What's coming up? Is it resistance? Is it lack? Is it, oh, I don't know if I want to do this? Is it, oh my God, I don't have the money? Is it I can't? Thank you, Kathleen. You can definitely make the changes you desire in Mind Magic. Yes, yes, yes. The answer to what if this, can this help me, is yes. Thank you. Kathleen was a mind magician from the last round. Okay, yes, it can help you. You hang out with me, you pay attention, we do lives, you're taking it all in. There comes a point where you need to make a choice to take the inspiration and the information and convert it into transformation. And that requires practical application. That requires doing the work, right? Yes, Linda's already in for Mind Magic. Your mind is saying, I can't wait to start. Hell yes. Hell yes. Get ready to meet the next version of yourself because she's well on her way, right? So when you have an opportunity like this, if you're someone who really experienced a lot of resonance with the fear and fear-based lack thinking, right? I want you to check in on that and tell yourself this is one of those moments where you get to make a new choice when the old you would have made an old choice. The lack fear-based you would say no. Would say, oh, but I don't know if I have time. I don't know about the money. I don't know, the kids are busy. I'm not sure. All that lies. They're lies. All the things that you guys hear me talk about, yeah, but, right? Yeah, but keeps you in your old story. I can't because keeps you in your old story. All of it, okay? This is your opportunity to make a new choice where you would have made an old choice. This is your opportunity to give your mind new evidence. I'm doing this for myself. I'm investing in myself. If you hang out with me, you know we jive, right? If you're in my space, you pick up what I put down. And to actually see the difference, like all of these magnificent women. Oh, Kathy, you're a mind magician and it changed your life. Do not hesitate 1 minute, worth every penny. Amen, sister. Amen. Yep. I love this. I love you guys. This action's awesome, right? But you can listen to the Mind Magicians. There's testimonials all over the place, and there's more coming throughout the next, 6 days that enrollment is open. The core of Mind Magic focuses on owning your worth and running your mind, which is not on accident, because when I look into what are the things that one needs to master in order to feel, be, do, have, and create what they want, both personally and professionally, it always, with no gray and no exception, drills down to 2 things. Do you know, believe, and honor your own worth? Non-negotiably, not with influence, not shrinking or hiding, not over-asserting, right? Do you have ironclad belief in you and what you're capable of? That's element 1. And the second element is, are you running your mind and using it like the greatest tool you've ever had to be in alignment with what it is you say you want? Or are you letting your mind run you? Which is usually the answer, because unless you have done deep mindset work or you've been a mind magician, you can't even conceptualize how much changes and how much you have to gain, right? Because your mind only wants to focus on what you're going to lose. Yes, I'm thrilled to drop it again. I'll put it right here. Dropped it right there. Because your mind doesn't want you to change. Marisol, it's right there. Get in here. You're going to exceed your own ability to understand how amazing things can be. Really. Right? And when you're in a situation like this, right, your mind wants to create that resistance. Your mind is hoping for fear-based thinking. Your mind is hoping for a lack approach, because anything different than how you feel right now, right, than what you have in your life right now, and what's familiar to you right now is going to trigger your fear response. It is going to thrust you into fear, which then throws up all the disempowering thoughts and all the self-doubt about how no you can't, and I can't do this, and I don't have the money, and I'm just not sure, and is this right for me, and all of that stuff, which is simply the old you winning. It is your mind winning. It's the old stories, it's the old patterns, it's the old programming, which is exactly what we need to shift in order for you to step into that new version. This entire live about mindset and me explaining to you that your reality is an exact match for what you think and believe, right? Your reality is an exact match for what you think and believe. And all of this efforting that you're doing to try to change your reality without changing how you think is fucking insane and futile and useless. You have two options. You either accept life fully for how it is, feeling how you feel, or you do mindset work. That's it. Because your mindset work is what shifts everything. And when I say mindset work, I want you to know that includes healing, right? It includes awareness. It includes growth, because to spend time with me and to work with me is to know we are going to feel your feels. You are going to dig up the shit that you have suppressed. You are going to release massive amounts of emotional congestion, right? Because that's part of real deep mindset work. It is the work of you. And you deserve it. You deserve it. You give so much to everyone around you. For your kids, for your partner, for your coworkers, for your friends, for your family. What about you? What about you? It's time to shift yourself to the top of the totem pole. And joining Mind Magic is where it starts. Let me check our comments. Sue, do it. The best choice you'll ever make for yourself, fellow mind magician who is so excited to do Mind Magic again. Yes. Oh, let me add that comment. Thanks for that. Once you're a mind magician, you're always a mind magician. So what that means is you join Mind Magic, and then when next year has a round of Mind Magic, because it's kind of like I run them like semesters, because you graduate and you guys get diplomas and everything because you are learning a new skill set. This is such an incredible experience. You are learning a new skill set. You are learning how to believe in yourself and honor your worth and run your mind and all of the massive components that go along with that, right? You come in as who you are and you leave the next iteration of yourself. So then next year when Mind Magic comes again, and now you're the one dropping the comments going, do it. Don't hesitate. It was the best decision I ever made, right? And you're rallying to help inspire others to believe in themselves, because your investment in you is not about me. Your investment in you is about you, right? And you realizing this is one of the ways you honor your worth. You give yourself the time, the energy, and the financial investment so that you can expand, so that you can take that business to the next level, so you can make that money, so you can get that promotion, so you can stop freaking out on your kids, so you can have a more connected relationship with your spouse, so that you can prioritize yourself, so that you can set boundaries, so that you can feel your feelings, so that you can feel amazing in your own skin, so that when you walk by your reflection, you look and you're like, hey girl, right? Because you feel so fucking good. When was the last time you felt amazing? When was the last time you learned that you can choose how you want to feel and use tools to align into that day after day after day after day after day? Yeah, I'm freaking out because it's your life we're talking about here. I'm not sure if you're aware. But if you want mediocrity, if you want complacency, if you want to stay where you are, then you should probably stop hanging out with me, because that's not what we're about. We're about rising. We're about healing. We're about expansion. We're about unwavering, ironclad belief in you. We are about expansion. We are about next level. We are about manifesting the lives of our dreams. We are about honoring ourselves. We are about not tolerating and allowing bullshit, toxic relationships and people in our space. Right? Right. All right, Kathleen, being part of Mind Magic Group is an amazingly safe and supportive place to explore where you need to. No judgment, lots of love. Thank you, it's so true. Liz, yep, yes, when you join Mind Magic, amen. Hey, Elena, it's so good to see you too. Yes, yes, yes. So that's my little additional rant, because I need to yell and love and hug and just, if you're someone who's never done personal growth work before, God, you're missing out. You're really missing out. And everything in your mind is telling you about, oh, I'll do it later, is bullshit. You won't do it later. That's just an excuse. Right? There's so much in you. And the beauty of this is you guys have this in you. Like, I don't have to, do anything to you. All I'm doing is I'm going to teach you and coach you and call you out and love you and believe in you in a way that nobody else ever has, so that you can have a safe place to flourish. Right? This is the kind of program that every human being deserves to experience and move through. Every single person. So why not you? So now here's my last request, and you can do it after we're done. If you choose to not join Mind Magic, I want to know why. I want you to tell me why. And before you type your answer, I want you to question yourself and do a little self-coaching and ask yourself, is this bullshit? Is this my old story keeping me small? Is this my mind trying to keep me safe? Is this an excuse or a reason? Or is this is not a priority right now because I just finished, XYZ program, or, something legitimate. Kathy, your teenagers should do Mind Magic. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. That's a great idea. Maybe we'll do Mind Magic teen round. That would be fun. Ooh, love it. Love those ideas. Okay, so really, let's do this, guys. Click the link. There's so much information. The link has all the details. Oh, you know what else? I don't even talk about this because I tend to forget about bonuses, because bonuses are just gravy, right? You're joining Mind Magic because you're ready, because you want what you want, because of all, I don't need to go on another laundry list, right? But ultimately, you want to feel better. You want more confidence. You want to show up in your life, in your business. You want to take action. You essentially don't want to get to the end of your life and go, oh, fuck. God damn it. I could have listened to that woman. I could have signed up for that program, which is a drop in the bucket. The investment in Mind Magic, by the way, $21 a day to get tools and techniques in a program for the rest of your life for 10 weeks is insane, which is actually why next year the investment number goes up. This is the last year at this rate that it's at, because it could be double than what it is. Okay? Liz, Tracy's like Oprah, lots of bonuses and free gifts. I know, I'm always like, you get this and you get this, because I love to give things away. So the bonuses, when you sign up for Mind Magic, you get my Free Yourself course in forgiveness, lifetime access. You get Cut the Crap and Step into Your Power audio course, lifetime access. You get 60 days in the Power of You, which is my membership group, which is like a Netflix for growth. You just like look and go, oh, that topic I want to play with, and you watch the audio or listen to the audio and do the workbook. And there's hypnotic recordings in there, and there's also 2 live group coaching sessions where you just have me and I coach you and we make epic shifts, right? I think there's a couple more spots left, but the first 10 people, I have to check on this, but I'm saying it, so I'll honor it. The first 10 people get a private session with me, which is also, I don't do those anymore at all. And Worthy Human Live, my 3-day, 2-night, in-person, immersive event that's happening at the Palm Beach Resort and Spa in January here in Florida. You get $400 off your ticket to that event, which is an all-inclusive ticket that is going to blow your mind as well. So it's all of that. But the bonuses are just bonuses. The truth is, you deserve to do this. The truth is, Mind Magic is phenomenal. It is a journey in self-mastery, and it is just like, when you are, when you are a genius in what you do, right? This is my zone of genius. We're in it right now, right? You know when you nailed something. You know when you're like, oh shit, this is going to change people's lives, right? That's what Mind Magic is. And you have all the Mind Magicians here in this live, and here at the Lit Factor page and We're the Human Revolution. Tag them, ask them questions. They're doing lives. They're sharing their experiences. Join us. Join us. You will never regret saying yes. You will always regret saying no. Okay? Okay. So nice to see you too. I know you'll be there. I'm pumped. All right, lovers. That's what we got tonight. This was super fun. Thank you for being here. Every moment we get to be together, I have deep, deep, deep gratitude for it. Every single one of you know this. You are enough, you are worthy, and you are deserving. And it is never because of anything you do. It is never about who you're being. It is inherent. It is inherent to the fact that you are here and your eyes are open. You woke up today. Phenomenal job. You nailed it. You're enough. And I want you to really let that in. Really let that in. And as an additional little fun mindset exercise, when I tell you you're enough, when I tell you you're worthy, when I tell you you're enough, you always have been, you always will be. And then we get quiet. I want you to listen to what your mind offers you. Listen to what your mind has to say about that. And in that, you'll find areas of opportunity to work on. In that, you'll hear your resistance. In that, you'll hear the old stories that don't want to let you believe that you are worthy and you are deserving. And you never, ever, ever have to do more to try to be enough, because that's not how your worth works. It's fixed. It's yours. It's your birthright. I love you. I will see you very soon. And now get your sexy ass into Mind Magic. Don't think. Just click the link and say big hell yes, and come join the party that's happening in the private Mind Magic Facebook group. Love you. Bye.